What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.
What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? We are back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. And I got my guy to my right, Mace. What up, dog?
It's happening, baby. Wednesday, baby. Wednesday.
How you feeling?
And dude, you can feel, how you can feel the holiday season coming in. And people got Christmas trees up. Folks want you to come help untangle lights. I mean, we here. We are officially here. It's crazy that this season comes around so fast. But yeah, we're here.
Yeah, man. You know what does it every time? Believe it or not, football season.
Yeah.
Don't it seem like soon as football season starts? It took forever to get to football season. Soon as football season start, boom, we here. It's like Christmas coming out. Look, now the season getting close to ending and never fails, dog.
Yeah, we here.
But other than that, man, yeah, man, everything going good, man. Happy to be back. Happy to talk football, basketball, whatever other sports we got. We always, man. Lot happened today, dog.
Yeah.
A lot of big news happened today.
Yeah. The beauty of sports. The beauty of sports.
Franchises. Some could change franchise. You just don't know now. You don't know what's gonna happen or whatever, man. But we got a good show lined up, yo. Of course, we got to talk about the Michael Penix, which is that's big in itself. Just
it's crazy,
man.
Crazy.
We got to ask Doc, but it just we'll get into it, man. It just make you wonder, man. But we'll get into that. Also, man, Shedeur get his chance to start. He got a chance to play a little bit last week. Now he gets his chance to start. You know what this is, and then we'll move on. It's like a movie, Mace. Let's be real. It's like a movie that you can see. Oh yeah, watch. Dog, he about to have watch. Yep, he gonna steal the car and he gonna leave. You know how you guess the movie. This is what's going on. This is what it is, dog. You can see it happening, man. So I mean, are you surprised that he get a chance to play? However it came. I'm asking you, are you surprised?
No. Wow. No.
Like I said, it was.
You can see this coming from miles.
Yeah, dog. You saw it happen even before the season. You saw it happen before the season started. Both of us gonna get their chance to play. Even when Dylan took over, he gonna play. Watch, he's gonna play. He get a chance. Yeah. So you right. Jacob says the Cleveland Browns, the only Hallmark movie that would end with him on drugs. What up, Jacob? What up, man? That's funny. Moving. Oh, also, we got to talk about college football, man. Very interesting weekend, man. The scenarios. You would think after what you saw and what happened, that the scenarios are easy to figure out, but they weren't.
It's never
You know,
easy. It's never
it,
easy.
it, it almost don't make sense unless you really follow what's going on. You would think
Yeah.
this team, are they definitely in the championship game? No, they're not, and it's so much going on. But we'll get into that. And then, man, we got to talk basketball, man. Got a chance to watch Detroit Pistons play, and it turned out to be a good game, man. I gotta ask if the Pistons are for real. We got to see if they got the best record in the East.
Detroit basketball.
And then talk about the Hawks, man. I'm gonna repeat myself again, but I'm gonna tell you, it's proving me right. But I'm gonna get into it about the Hawks. This whole situation, we're happy for the Hawks, but it's proving my theory right. We're gonna get into that. And then we got Dr. Fowler talking about the injuries. We got some major injuries to talk about, of course. Got to talk about the Michael Penix, what that means for him in the future and everything. So then we got quick hit, stop it. Let your family and friends know they can listen to the show, watch the show live on the 3 Point Conversion Facebook page, also on the 3 Point Conversion YouTube channel. We're live. Yo, it is time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. First off, hey man, Joe Burrow. Hey, y'all ever been where you say you can't do nothing, or I'm not doing this, I'm hurt or whatever, mom, I can't do this, and then your mama look like or your dad look like she getting the belt, then all of a sudden you start to hurry up, and all miraculously you're able to do whatever you said you couldn't do. Don't that seem like what's going on with Joe Burrow? Because now all of a sudden,
Oh yeah.
Joe Burrow was a full participant in practice today. Mace, what you got?
Yeah, my favorite analogy. Your mama tell you don't touch that stove. Don't touch that stove, it's hot. You gonna go touch that stove anyway. This guy, like I just, for a guy to be as fragile as he's been so far in his NFL career, as a Bengal, sometimes you have to protect people from themselves.
Yeah.
What could he possibly help this team with these last few weeks of the season? What kind of run do the Bengals think they can go on with this defense set up the way they are? Because, I mean, they've already proven if they score 60, they're going to give up 62. So that doesn't help. If they score 70, they're going to give up 75.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, you have to protect people from themselves. Protect Joe Burrow. Protect your investment. Tell Joe, hey, let's get fully healthy. Let's go into the offseason. Let's get some extra rehab. Listen, I know we're paying you $55 million. I know it. I know we are. It's no need to rush you back because we have you for the long run.
Right.
This makes zero sense. But one of my other favorite sayings, bad organizations do bad things. So here we are. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked to read this because, I mean, hey, it's the Bengals. So, okay.
Yeah. And you make a good point because it's like you said, he can't do anything that Flacco hadn't done.
Right.
Like I don't know if Flacco was done that you would say, yeah, no, I don't trust that. Like I can't trust. We rather have Burrow in this situation. What is it? Look, Vince says Burrow is only helping us fantasy owners, but
yeah, right. And if that's the thought process, but again, this is the Bengals. We're not shocked because this is the Bengals.
Yeah, and like I said, so it I don't know, man. It just don't make sense. Titus is the GM of Cincy, and Titus' dad is telling him to touch that stove. Right, Jacob. Right. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that, man. That's weird. Moving on, Mace, listen to this. MLB signs a new 3-year deal with NBC for streaming rights, which will air on Sunday nights now. They will have a Sunday night game, and they will have the wild card game as well. Also, Netflix will get the home run derby and 2 additional games. and ESPN will have the rights to MLB TV, which will be available on the ESPN app. ESPN will still pay $800 million. NBC is paying $200 million. Netflix is paying $50 million. You think that's why ESPN was tripping on YouTube?
Yeah, one of the reasons.
Because they got, they're not getting none of this and still paying all that money.
Right, but everybody's taking the page from the NFL. Take these checks from get in bed with everybody you can get into. If they cutting the check, take it, because it's just extra. We always talk about multiple streams of income.
Right.
Get on board. The NFL getting the check. If you got a check for the NFL, they taking it. And they don't care who they piss off. They don't care who they piss off.
Yeah.
Other leagues are finally understanding, oh, you know what? That is the way. We can't be so stubborn in our thought process, in our business practices, to think that, okay, this is just the way this works. No, streaming is becoming such a big deal. Such a big deal.
We'll see, man. Like I said, NBC. Now I'll just say, like I said, I'm happy for NBC, like you said, because NBC is they're doing it, bro. Like with the they got basketball. They just did that. Now they got baseball. They got football. So they got all three. They got have golf. Do they have hockey? No, ESPN has hockey.
ESPN got hockey.
Right. So ESPN has hockey, but I see Facebook acting crazy, tripping. I don't know.
Always.
It's tripping now. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all come on YouTube. We on YouTube as well. But anyway, also, man, let's move on. We got the New York Jets. Some good news. New York Jets cornerback Chris Boyd was in good spirits and will be okay. This is what Coach Aaron Glenn said he talked to him, I think today. And remember, Boyd was shot over the weekend and was listed in critical condition, although he was stabilized. So the fact that they're saying he's doing good that's good. That's good to hear. So shout out to Boyd, man. Our prayers are up for you, you know. So yeah, we here with you. So all right, man. So that wraps up quick hits. Yo, let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. Shedeur Sanders. We saw him make his debut in the NFL last week. I'm not gonna lie. It was expected. I expected him to struggle. You know, first of all, look, when you know he's not getting reps at the first string quarterback, so of course he's going to struggle. But Mace, what did you think? Just looking at him, how did you think he fared?
He fared like a guy who has never taken reps with the first team, and his coach and organization have made a point to let you know he's not getting first team reps. He hadn't had first team reps. We heard the center say, I had never heard his cadence. So this was par for the course. You know, Stefanski has been staunch in we're going with Gabriel, not thinking that it's a chance that this guy can get hurt. But again, bad organizations do bad things. So wasn't shocked by what we saw. What I did like about him coming in the game, he wasn't shy about throwing the football downfield.
Right.
He continued to take chances. Right. Even with the the last drive. I mean, he was trying to get the ball in the end zone, and his response post-game, after the game, we kind of went and sat on the bench. He was disappointed himself because he's the type of guy who thinks he can make every play. Right. He wants to make the play. But again, for everybody who has so much to say, I doubt that you were good at your job day one when you walked in, especially when they hadn't showed you anything. You hadn't had any training, but today you like, okay, hey, go do the job in whatever job you're in. So it's funny to hear people like, well, we can put that to rest. Can we put it to rest if you hadn't got no training or any reps at your job? Like, come on, people. Again, just say you hate Dion. Just say you hate the kid when his organization has been doing him a disservice from day one. Like, stop it. Like, or early stop it. The Cleveland Browns, the fastest, stop it.
Oh yeah, let me give him one, dog. You're right. You're right. Because it's surely it definitely shows that they're not into Shedeur. Well, and we knew that from the draft, the way they looked when they drafted him. That was evident then. But this is what I gotta say. What he did, you speaking of how he handled everything.
Right.
What was dope was when he was like, he went to the locker room. And then I like the fact that what who was it? Myles Garrett said. Myles Garrett came out and said this. He said Shedeur came out and said that, hey y'all, this was on me. This is what Shedeur said. He apologized to the team. This loss is on me. Apologized. Myles Garrett came up and said, "Nah, young fella, we're not gonna let you take this loss. No, you're not taking this L. This is everybody. This is the team." But that shows leadership, man, for somebody, young guy, to say that. I guarantee you, Dart never said that when Dart won his first game. So, but Dart losing his first game, Dylan probably didn't say that. I don't know any other young quarterbacks who came out and said that their first game. But that's the confidence that he has in himself.
Right.
And he started to warm up, because that pass late in that last drive where he threw that like 20-yard, what was it? End route or something like that. And that throw was legit. So, but yeah, so all I know is what I might. All I know is that hey, maybe they did take it off. Right, Greg. Yeah. What up, G? G said too. It definitely didn't say it. So, but it's dope. It's dope to see that he has that accountability as a young man. His first time ever playing. This is week 10 or week 11, and he's saying this first. And he only got in in the late third quarter.
Yeah, late third quarter. Yeah.
So yeah, big ups to him. But now that he's starting, what do you with a week of practice? Does he open up the playbook for him? Like, now you got to play, or is he gonna do like he did Gabriel? Let's make have certain plays and certain for you, to keep.
We would hope that since he's been there, he's had the kid all summer, that he has a kind of idea of what the kid likes to do or what the kid wants to do. Yeah. So. Shedeur is news too. The greatest 5th round pick ever. Right. Newsworthy wise.
Right. Oh, Mike, buddy. But yeah, but go ahead. What you saying now?
And I'm just saying that we just hope Stefanski has a better play. I just think the kid's gonna look better because he finally getting reps. Like, he hadn't thrown to these receivers outside of pregame since the summer. He don't know how these guys get in and out of breaks. Like, just throw the whole Cleveland organization away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like I said, it's evident that your boy is not there. And I think that was you that said you felt like, was that you that said that, like, at this point, he making statements as if either he's about to be fired.
Yeah, I like, man, that man either know he already out the door or he definitely know he coming back in 2026. So he running around here like Peoples Hernandez, Teflon Don. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, get out of here.
What up, cuz? Do you think he's so right now? Is this Shedeur? Is this him showcasing what he can do for other teams right now? You think, or do you think the owner's going to?
Yeah, I think that, but I also think that, I mean, at some point we knew he was going to get an opportunity to play. So this is his chance, and I just hope he doesn't try to do too much, try to, make up for 11 weeks in 1 week. I just think he's played enough football and he's quarterbacked enough to know that, hey, I got to use my, I got to use my teammates. I got to take what, I got to take what the defense gives me. All of the things that we hear quarterbacks say, but he just has to just stay within himself. He don't have to be Superman. Like, this the Cleveland Browns, and we talked about it before the season started. This team is going nowhere.
Right.
Get reps, get better. Let's see all the mental reps, because he was just getting mental reps and scout team reps. Hopefully, all of those things help him kind of calm down in this game today.
Right. Yeah. And then I know, shout out to you too. Then I know the fact that, and I love what Baltimore did. I love Harbaugh. Harbaugh's old school. They old school. When Shedeur came in there, hey, we sending a whole team plus a fire truck and a police squad at him.
We know he ain't. We know he ain't got no rep. Like, y'all have let it be known, this man do not do nothing at practice all week but adjust his jewelry. That's all he do.
That's it. Okay. Yeah, that's really not a good thing, G. But hey, G, it might be better than
it might be better than being with the Browns.
Yeah, it might be better than the Browns. I mean, hey,
terrible organizations do terrible things. I mean, that's why we can never be shocked when we get news like this coming out of certain organizations. Like, I mean, it's just par for the course. Like, the organization is bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's real bad, man. It's real bad. But like, I think that if he stays with the Browns, it's a bad, it's been a bad organization. But I mean, you look at the players they got, because that dude, in fact, the defense, Myles Garrett is a beast, dog. And you kind of wish that Myles Garrett kind of get away from Cleveland, don't you? Because
because he had the opportunity and he caved under 40 million.
That is true.
What King say? Stand on business. Stand on business. You said you wanted out of there. The folks say, we're gonna give you 40 million. You say you signed your name. You didn't have to sign that contract, Myles Garrett. We do not feel bad for you, sir. We do not feel bad for you.
That is true. I forgot about that. That's true. That's true. That is true. Cuz said he think he's staying with Cleveland. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the owner. This is all the owner. We know Stefanski don't want him.
Definitely don't want him.
Yeah, we know Stefanski don't want him. But yeah, Garrett chased that bag. But man, the dude, another 5-sack game, man. Like, I wonder if he got the record for the most games with 4 or more sacks. Because it's like he does this every year, twice a year. Every year he does this. And then he's doing this on Lamar. Like, Lamar ain't no tough quarterback to sack. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he's playing a statue or he playing against Joe Burrow or Flacco or somebody like that. It's just amazing. It's all on how he plays. Yeah, I think so. But again, like I said, I think it's on the owner. I think the owner wanted him, clearly. Mace don't believe that, but I think the owner wanted him. And, I think that's what it is, man. But, all right, man, we're going to move on real quick. We got to talk college football.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I know a lot of people don't follow college football like that until the draft or whatever, but it's real interesting right now with college football. But right now, we're going to start off with our Nosy Neighbor Watch. So, Mace, what is your Nosy Neighbor Watch this week?
I'm right here in the city, dude. I'm right off North Avenue. I'm talking about like I'm in buildings. I'm outside the stadium. I'm over there near Rose Bowl Field. I'm all over Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, because for Georgia Tech, this is their opportunity, because we know nobody wants Georgia Tech in these playoffs. The committee act like they don't even want the ACC in these playoffs outside of their champion. So for Georgia Tech to continue their run, this magical season that they're having, they need to go in and win this game so they can basically lock up an opportunity to go to the ACC championship and play themselves into the college football playoff. So I'm all over Brent Key. I'm all over this defense because the last couple of weeks, this defense been giving up chunk play after chunk play, and Haynes King has to bail them out. Now, you can't let them get too far ahead like NC State did because it's only so much magic Haynes King got in that arm and those legs. So for Georgia Tech, they need a convincing win on Saturday as they get ready to move to the big game in Mercedes-Benz the week after next. All over North Avenue. I'm up and down North Avenue and Northside Drive. All over it.
So what are you basically looking at? Are you looking at what, just the team, or what have you been nosy about though? Are you being nosy about
just Brent Key and the preparation? I really want to be in that defensive staff room, but kind of want to be in the offensive staff, really the whole team, because offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner, you have like these explosive elite weapons that you don't use, but you had to break all of them out against a struggling Boston College team that probably should have beat you if we really being honest. And I think the committee really wants Georgia Tech to go and lose. So, man, look, we don't even want no people in the conversation because we don't want to take too many ACC schools. Matter of fact, we really only want to take their champion. I don't want to take 2 ACC schools. That's the way, that's the energy that the committee is giving. Yeah. So we need that team, that ACC team, to be Georgia Tech. So I'm all over Georgia Tech in their preparation this week because they need this game Saturday against Pitt bad, real bad.
Yeah, yeah. G just echoed that, and G and Mace, I'm glad y'all said it because that's who I'm being nosy about. I'm hey, wherever the committee, I'm flying a ticket. I'm about to find out where they are. I'm going back to that janitor role, act like I'm a janitor. I'm gonna beat up. I'm gonna beat up the real janitor, put on his clothes, and go in them rooms. I'm trying to see what's going on because, as you said, the fact that they got Miami ranked higher than Georgia Tech, and Miami Miami has a worse record than Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech is ahead of the ACC conference right now. They're number one.
Right.
Which is them, and then Virginia. I think Miami's number is ranked 4th in the conference right now. Yeah. So the fact that Miami's 13 and Georgia Tech is 16, that lets me know. I just feel like the college football playoffs, all it is the same thing as it's been for the last 15 years, or 20 years. When it was, what was the first call when they first came out with the BCS?
When it was just BCS, yeah.
Okay, they fit. Yeah, they fit. When it was the BCS. That's what I feel like it is. I just feel like they want certain. Notre Dame is a lock. Notre Dame don't have to worry about anything else. They're a lock.
Always. They are included into the CFB playoff bylaws. Like, all they gotta do is be competitive and Notre Dame in. They just gotta have Notre Dame for some reason.
And if Alabama lost to Auburn or their next game, if they lost to whoever they play, or let's say they lose to Auburn, they still gonna be on the bubble of making it. Like, why? You know what I'm saying?
They're always in the the committee act like without Notre Dame and Alabama, like we won't be fine. Like, I gotta include them because the world won't be fine. Yes, we will. We will be fine. Yeah. You don't have to include them all the time.
Yep. So that's why I'm being nosy. I want to know. I want to know how are they doing this. I want to know what they're saying. I want to know what excuse they're coming up with to say we can't put Georgia Tech in there, or we can't do this or do. I'm looking for it because you remember this year it's not a top. It's not the Power 5 or the Power 4 conferences automatically get in. It's the top 5 conferences automatically get in. Top 5 teams in the conference.
Yeah, the champions. Your champions win. Your champions go in.
Well, the champions, the top 5, whether it's
Power 4, yeah.
But whoever got the best record out of them. So let's say if Tulane was ranked higher than Georgia Tech, and they were the fifth team to get conference to get in, it was another conference to get in before Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is not automatically getting in because it's two other conference champions that's ranked higher than them. So it don't matter about the Power Five. But in all, Tulane has the worst record of all the conference leaders right now. So Georgia Tech is getting in if they win, or whoever wins the ACC is getting in.
Yeah, anyway. Your Power Four champions are getting in.
Yeah,
they're in. Yeah, they in.
I know the rule says it's not that, but it is that. It's
definitely that. You can't leave a Power Four champion out. You can't. No, you definitely can't.
G said TV is a TV show. Brand names bet they are sick over Indiana.
Dude, they are super sick of Indiana. They like, this not the Final Four. This not March Madness.
Hey, but you know what?
Indiana gonna crash the party twice.
Hey,
what are they doing?
Hey, G, but after that catch old boy made, they might be like, you know what? We might be good with Indiana. After that one catch he made at the end of the game.
Yeah, they still not okay. They not okay. They like, man. They are praying that somewhere quietly somebody knock Indiana off so they can have a reason to make it tough on them. Because G just said it. It's a commercial. It's a commercial and it's ticket sale. Notre Dame is going to travel well. See, Notre Dame not going to be like a lot of these other schools. Like, okay, we'll go to that game. We'll miss that game. You can play Notre Dame, South of France in a bowl game. Their alumni going. They buying all the tickets. Yeah, so whatever, college football. Y'all ain't fooling us.
Right, G.
G, they good. G, this Indiana team is actually better than last year's playoff team. And oh, by the way, their quarterback may be the first overall pick in the draft. A quarterback from Indiana, not Ohio State, not Michigan, not these football powers. Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. You gotta love it.
Shout out to Indiana, man. So that's who my nosy neighbor watch is, man. So I'm with them. Now, going back to Georgia Tech, do you think Georgia Tech is that type of team that they play to their competition? Because I feel like the inexperience of being in this situation, I believe they're getting bored, Mace. And I think that's why they took that horrible loss. That's why these teams are getting close to beating them when they should be just blowing them out. Whereas with Indiana, with Indiana being there last year, I feel like it gave them experience to where, hey, we got to knock out these boys. They try to keep us out last year. We got to prove that we're that team, that we're for real, that we're dominant. So any team that we should beat, we're going to clobber them. And that's what they're doing, showing that they're legit. Whereas I feel like Georgia Tech is not doing. But the fact that they got a good pick team, this is by far their biggest test of the season. Clemson wasn't a big test. Like, I mean, as far as pregame, this is what they weren't. They were going to beat. They were.
Yeah, because we knew Clemson was bad. We knew they were bad. We knew they were bad.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh, this is a pretty good team. This is a pretty good team.
And you got a good point about that. It's the unranked teams that they struggle with. They like, okay, yeah, we just we gonna chill this week. And next thing you know, you got an NC State thing going on, man. Yeah. You way out of there, like, whoa.
Right.
And again, it was like Boston College. Boston College was getting so many chunk plays, and you like, what is going on with this defense? Like, y'all can't stop a nosebleed.
Right.
So that's why I'm all over that North Avenue being nosy. Like, I'm nosy about it. I'm nosy.
You think they get in? You think they beat Pitt? Woo!
Only because they're at home. That's why I get them there, and it's a night game, so the atmosphere is going to be crazy. And it helps a little bit that Pitt lost last week, the way they lost. So Tech need to use a lot of that to go ahead and bury Pitt. Go on jump on them early, get them down, so they can be like, all right, because you don't want a back and forth. You don't want a back and forth. I think that they don't need a back and forth.
I agree. I think, but here's the thing: if they mess around and if they mess around and if if they don't, if Pitt get out to a big lead, I think Georgia Tech loses. So Georgia Tech going to have to come from the beginning, and they're going to have to come up and win. Like they got to dominate. They got to do like they did against Clemson.
Yeah.
I mean, Clemson was horrible, but they have to do that as far as jump out on top, whatever. Because we know Haynes King is that guy, and he bails them out every time, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is a good team, man. This is a real good team. So we'll see. And cuz you're right, I'm gonna bring it up again. Cuz said y'all only talk about them because y'all in Atlanta. Of course. I mean, we're based out of Atlanta. Y'all know nobody wants to see them in any playoff element. Yeah.
Well, cuz you don't nobody want to see him, because if Haynes King get on your defense and get in your secondary, you in trouble. Georgia Tech, it's enough talent at Georgia Tech to scare the hell out of you every week.
Mhm.
It definitely, I mean, it is. But it's Tech. You see, y'all, Tech passed a lot of the requirements. They got multiple uniforms. Y'all like team with multiple uniforms. They got multiple uniforms. They got multiple helmets. They like the Oregon of the ACC. So y'all stop that. Y'all see, and again, narratives. Y'all allow narratives to run you guys. A lot of people still think Tech run the Paul Johnson offense. That's how I know y'all don't be watching that. And y'all listen to them dumb people on TV. That's how I know.
And honestly, just with him talking about Pitt, like, because I understand y'all don't watch Pitt. They don't show Pitt like that. Pitt is a good team. They're a pretty good team.
They're a good team.
They're a good team. Yeah, it's not.
But I know y'all only think people play football in the SEC and Big Ten. I know it. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Hey, that's what we talking about, the college playoffs committee. That's exactly. This is exactly what
the SEC. We want 8 teams from the SEC.
They went Alabama. They went the big names. Good teams out there, man.
Nobody play football but the SEC.
Yep, maybe Big Ten. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, the Big Ten won the last 2 national championships, so you can't leave the Big Ten out. So for all y'all, the SEC, win another one. SEC, win another one.
Yeah,
win another one.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Let's transition, dog. Let's get to this NBA. Let's get to the Hawks. Big game, and they fought. They fought well. They fought to the end. I'll get to Detroit. Well, I'll say this, then we'll get to Detroit later on. You're not going to play a team that's fun with this squad.
Yeah,
it's hard to beat a team like Detroit, who is fundamentally sound. Like last night was my first time really watching Detroit.
Right.
They cut, they move, the ball swinging around. The big man, the way they play, as soon as they get the ball, they're not bringing the ball down. They go straight up. Like, I was just shocked for them to be that young to play like that. Like, they going hard, they're going up strong. And it ain't, we just going to lay it up. We're going to try to shoot the three. We're going to try to shoot a jump. No, as soon as they get the ball, boom. And they were trying to get the ball to their big man.
Right.
When you playing sound basketball with a team like the Hawks, who doesn't have, yes, you got Jalen Johnson, who's the emerging star, but that's it.
Yeah.
Because that's it, 10 out of 10 times you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? If another team playing sound basketball. And we know, no disrespect to no one, but we know right now in the NBA, there's not a lot of teams that play sound basketball.
Connected 5-on-5, yeah.
No, it's not. So that's why the Hawks was able to. Not saying the Hawks are not playing well, they are, but I'm just saying they don't. My point is they don't have enough firepower.
And I'm glad you used that word, because this is where, in a game like that last night, where your walking double would have been a difference in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start saying
Yeah.
When you start saying, "Well, we need to trade Trey," for who? For who?
Right.
Who are you gonna bring in that's a walking 21-10 legit every night?
Right.
He gonna score 21 easy. We lost this game last night by 8.
Right. Right.
Put his 20 in the equation.
Right.
Hello. And then last night, because I want to make sure I was right, y'all keep going on about how Dyson Daniels we can build it with Dyson Daniels. In a game like last night, Dyson had 12. When you needed Dyson to be the guy, because y'all see, everybody who want Trey out of town, y'all saying we can run it through Dyson.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was a reminder that the only way you trade a guy like Trey, you have to get another guy who's going to walk in and be a walking double-double.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all say he's small and that, whatever. He scores 21 and going to give you 10 dimes every night. Look at it. That's what he averaging every night. And, oh, by the way, some nights he's going to go off for 30, 35. Come on, like, narratives. Y'all, when that narrative work for you, y'all run with it. I've seen it too many times being posted or said, "Man, move on from Trey." With who?
Right. Who? Yeah.
Show me guys who just walk around averaging 21-10 in the league. And he been doing that every year.
And I'm glad you say that, because this brings up my theory. I've been saying this for the last 2 years. I said it last year, I said the year before last. This is why they kind of fall for this too. This is reason why they right, G.
They never do. And that's why I'm always saying, any trade, I'd be like, okay, trade it for who? Trade it for who?
Yeah, it's not.
And y'all be giving me like 3 names. Be like, nobody, the Hawks not making that trade.
And they're not bringing nobody like that on here.
There's only really one guy right now. If you said trade Trey, only one guy you could trade him for. Only one guy.
Who?
Ja.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one That's it.
That's it. That's the only trade that would possibly but it don't make sense. But that's the only guy you can say, if I'm trading Trey, I'm gonna trade Trey, I got to get Ja back.
Yeah. But look,
stop talking about Ant-Man. Will trade for Ant-Man. No. You're not coming. Like, you have to be logical when y'all say this stuff.
Now, here's my theory, dog. Quinn Snyder, I've been saying this for years. Quinn Snyder is a coach that loves to coach non-superstars or players that don't have the, is not, I don't want to say ball dominant, but that needs the ball to score. This is your main guy. Yeah. Quinn Snyder doesn't do well. You look at Quinn Snyder was in Utah. Quinn Snyder was a very good coach, right? Utah was up there, 3rd, 4th. I think one time it was high second, I believe, 2nd or 3rd. G, quote me on that. Man, I'm just having G in the studio. But Quinn had Karolinko. Karolinko is not your typical superstar. Right. Karolinko is going to do everything I need to do, defense, whatever. But you don't need to give me the ball to win the game every time. I don't need to score 30 a game. I don't need to have 8 assists. I just do whatever is needed. You know, I play within the offense. Everybody they had was never ball dominant or never the main guy like that. So when Quinn coaches, when he gets Trey, and this is not Trey's fault, it's not Trey's fault. I don't care who it is. I just believe Quinn is not the type of coach that likes having a main guy. A main guy that just, all right, we gotta have him the ball, whatever. Because people want to say Trey is ball dominant. I mean, Trey is like and hear me when I say this. I'm not comparing.
He's a point guard.
He's a point guard, like a Magic Johnson, Stockton, Chris Paul, who's somebody who you want to have the ball so he can set up. He's going to make the right play. That's what point guards do. or he's not the point forward, or they don't have the point four, whatever. Quinn doesn't coach well with those guys. But if you notice with Quinn, every time Trey goes out, they win, right? The ball moving, they do. But that's what he loves to do. But that's Quinn's game. That's how he coaches. But he's not your typical. He can't coach a team with a LeBron, definitely with a Luka. God forbid. He can't coach those type of teams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody has the main guy, Paulo, Brunson, even with a Joker, because Joker has the ball too much. That's not Quinn's game. Quinn still want to coach like he's in college, and that's who he is. There's nothing wrong with that. So sooner or later, Hawks gonna have to the organization gonna have to make a change. They're gonna have to make a decision. Now, if somehow they keep this up when Trey gets there, he can prove me wrong. But it seems like every year they don't do this. Now, I will say every year, though, Jalen Johnson's hurt. This guy's hurt. So we'll see. But for the most part, I just don't believe he's that type of coach that can coach a team with somebody like a Trey Young or a Ja or anybody that can score the ball.
Right.
He had Donovan Mitchell, but I don't think they didn't do as well, did they? I think that's why he left. I don't think they did as well. And that's
when he was in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm out of here. This guy's too much. So, they weren't really successful. So I just don't think he likes that. Going back to Detroit, though, do you believe Detroit is the best team in the East?
Record-wise, yes.
G said they were one of those. I thought they were number one of those years. They were one. Utah was, but appreciate that, G. You said, but I'm saying not even record-wise.
I mean, today I would probably say yes. Today, I would probably say yes. They're looking at how they're constructed. Again, they got a stud, Cade Cunningham, without a doubt. I like this team. They're a little bit ahead of schedule. They're more ahead of schedule than I thought. I mean, I like this team. I do like this team.
And their depth as well. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
The depth, and when you can continue winning when your star player is out, and they only got one star player. Now Doran, he's about to be a beast. I didn't realize he just turned 22 last night.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. But he's a beast. I mean, he plays well. They're young. They have an old school squad. They move the ball. They play fundamentally sound basketball. You got everything you need. You got big men that they impose their will. I asked Isaiah Stewart about that yesterday. And last night he said, yeah, we love to impose our will. That's what we do. We want to make them feel it. We want them to hurt. That's old school, dog. And they're young.
It is old school. Yeah.
And then they got the old school coach. And you know how Biggerstaff always argue and stand up the whole time. Look, you old school. Look, Mace, when they be standing like this.
With the leg spread apart a little bit.
Yeah. They arguing every coach, every call, and old school, dog. Old school. So, like I said, I like Detroit. I think Detroit is a good team. Again, I know we kind of talked about this last show, but I'm gonna bring it in now. The fact that LeBron came back, and I know they only played Utah, but if we see this LeBron where LeBron didn't force it, LeBron was he came in, got 12 assists, didn't shoot much.
Yeah.
Told you, Mace, this team is going to the conference finals, dog. I told you. Now they're not beating OKC, but this team is about to go to the conference finals. Mark, I said it before the season. I'm saying it again.
You said we booked it. We booked it and we stamped it.
They're going to the
we booked it. It is on record. It is on record.
It is on record.
Shout out to Bron. I'm watching season 1 of Starting 5. I like Bron, man. I like Bron. I really like Bron.
You watching the first one?
Yeah, I watched season 1. Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
What up, cuz? Yeah, yeah. I can write, because this team is nice, man. We keep saying this. He can't be the man like that anymore. So you got that with Luka. Then you got Reeves, who came up, and Reeves playing out his mind.
He
So
balling.
yeah, it's great. You got it. This is that team. Whatever. I think Minnesota, they need a new coach. I like Finch, but he's not gonna get you.
No. I kind of agree with you on that, sir.
Yeah, I don't think Finch is gonna get you to where you're trying to go to. I don't believe that. I think they got to make a coaching change. I don't know who they can bring in there right now, but you got to make a coaching change with Finch. And then with the Knicks, it's still early. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. It's still early. I still think Knicks going to be the team in the Eastern Conference Finals, whatever. But another thing I really want to talk about real quick, Mace, is you kind of brought this up, to me today. The injuries. We see Giannis got hurt.
Yeah.
Wemby's hurt. LeBron just coming back. Who else is hurt right now? We don't know what's going on with B, but he don't count. I mean, he's always hurt. But K just came back. Like, all of these players are being hurt. Why do you think? What can you make of this? Everybody always being hurt.
We've been we talk about this with Doc a lot. And it's a fine line between guys kind of under training and then guys, a lot of overtraining. We see these guys. Some of the activities these guys do, you like, okay, is that really conducive to a 82 game season? Or I remember watching part of starting five and how they were showing how Braun works on his body, showing how Jimmy Butler talking about doing these different exercises for the smaller muscles in his foot. And this is like some of these guys are so specific in their training, whereas a lot of other guys, it takes them to get banged up, beat up. AI talked about it a lot. He wished he would have taken training a little more serious, because he talked about how it probably would have added 3 to 5 years onto his career. So I just think it's guys trying to find that line when they truly understand their body and they know when, okay, I need to take a break, or I need to ramp up this part of my training to work on this, become more flexible, lift more weights, probably not hang out as much. It just, when these guys find it, that baseline for the optimization of their bodies as it relates to them playing long seasons. It's just crazy, because I think a lot of people think these guys just roll out of bed and just go hoop. But it's a lot of mileage on these guys' body. And I just saw like the AAU thing popped up in there. These guys at some point, cuz some of these guys are just playing, they up and down to it. Sometimes you just need to sit down. I was watching how Melo was talking about how he monitors Cayenne, and how at a certain point we're not doing nothing with a basketball. We're not doing nothing on the court. We're rest, because he didn't have that. He didn't have nobody telling him that. So
Right.
It's finding their sweet spot for a lot of these guys. But we know, especially with these guys so young, they think that they're conditioned to play 6-7 games a day, because that's what it's always been, them coming up on the circuit. But now, man, you gotta rest, man. You need rest. Bron talked about it on starting five. Listen, off days, when they do get off day, he resting. I mean, he sitting his body down, and he'll ramp it up once he gets to the rental. That's why he gets to the rental so early to do the other thing. But he always talking about naps, sleep, the hyperbaric chamber. Like, it's a reason this dude is in what, year 23? It's crazy, man. It is crazy.
See, LeBron still, they came up in the era, LaMelo, they came up in the era, they were still part of what we were doing or what our generation was doing. Like they was the end of it, but they still, you're right. And then they took it to another level. You know what I think it is? G know what I'm about. If G still on here, G know what I'm about to say. I always say it, I've been saying this for years. Say it again, man. These jokers not drinking 100% milk, dog. There's 2%. There's 2% in almond milk, dog. They don't do good for your body. Hey, we grew up on 100% milk, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what we grew up on. We got hurt. We got right back up. We was good. We were tough. This almond milk ain't cutting it, man. 2% milk, it ain't cutting it. These jokers always hurt. That's why AD always hurt. That's why 2% milk, dog. That's what it is. Let's be real. Let's be real. That's what it is, man. I think that's it.
2% milk.
The 2% milk, dog, ain't cutting it. Come on, man. You knew that's what we grew up in school. 100%. At home, that's what we drink. No 2%.
Yeah. What is 2%? What is 2%?
I mean, the whole milk. Yeah, the whole milk. Yeah, the 100% whole. That's why I call whole milk. 100% because they got the 2%. Whole milk. Yeah, G. That whole milk. Yep. Yep. He knew I was gonna say it. Yep. That whole milk, dog. Look, the red cap whole milk. That's what Cuz said. Exactly, Cuz. They don't drink that. Drinking that 2% milk. Come on, dog. Come on. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know what it is. But anyway, I rest my case. But all right, man. So, yo, it is now time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's get it. Mace, I'm going to go first. So I got two quick ones, dog.
Go ahead, my brother.
I got two quick ones. Wait, Cuz said, how about no milk, period? Yeah, I didn't drink a lot of milk. Well, you drank milk when you ate cereal. It's too thick for me. I need the blue. See, Cuz? And then look, Cuz, that's why you can't. That's why when you start walking or something, you get injured. You tired. I know you work out, Cuz, but you know you need that whole % milk. But anyway, hey man, let your stomach bubble. That's natural. But anyway, all right, my stop it. I got two quick ones. The first topic goes to Pete Carroll, man. Pete Carroll says, just simple, quick. He says, "Hey, I still believe in Geno Smith."
Stop it. Stop it.
What do you believe? What? That he's black? What do you believe in? What? That he's gonna throw a pick? I mean, hey, I try to fight for Geno all these years. Nah, it's time. It's time. It's time, Geno. It's time. I know you feel like you don't have a lot of help, and you probably don't, but it's time, Geno. It's time, you know. So yeah, he gets a stopper for that. Also, my last topic before we turn it over to Maceo, my last topic. It goes to Jamar Chase. Look,
this ninja.
Not for even spitting on him. He dumb for that. But you know how you get a stop it? You said it right, because this ninja went to appeal the suspension.
Stop it.
Bruh.
Stop it.
You just lied to these folks. They got 7K cameras.
7K cameras, dog. We saw the spit come out your mouth. Hey, we saw it when your lips formed to spit. We saw it, dog. It was there. Hey, what you appealing? This ain't baseball. You ain't appealing.
Yeah, you know why he was trying to appeal. You see, that man gonna be out of 500K come Tuesday.
But what you gonna appeal for? You probably appeal by paying your lawyers to do that. You probably spend more money doing that.
Because that man didn't want to miss that game check. That man need that game check Tuesday.
Right. Yeah, right, G. Who's behind Geno? Right.
Man, they got the great Kenny Pickett They got the great Kenny Pickett back there, man. Come on.
At this point, so look, yeah, because he said I ain't spit on nobody.
Yeah.
Look, G said it's Cat Williams, but you know, you.
Hey, Jalen Ramsey ain't just crashing out for no reason, dog. Because you done said something, man. Dog, spitting on somebody, that's the man. I would rather you open hand slap me than spit, dog. That you spit on the ground. That's the lowest. Like somebody got to really not even think about you to spit on you, man. Like really.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Real quick, to be honest, let's keep it a buck. As a young kid say, hey, to be honest, when Jalen Carter spit on Dak, he missed Dak. Still got suspended.
Yeah.
Dog, you hit the target when you spit on Jalen Ramsey.
Dog. I'm talking about
the dog.
Because you know you sitting there like we heard post game. When I heard him say that post game, I say, hey, do he know they got cameras? Like we gonna know real fast if he spit. I mean, he hadn't even probably left the parking lot.
hey, they showed a spit in reverse angle.
No, he probably hadn't even threw his bag over his shoulder, talked to his dad and them, and walked to the parking lot. And these folks, hey man, that man spit on the floor. His Twitter mentions probably were like, man, you did spit on this dude.
Right. And look, and you already know, and we know Jalen Ramsey, like you said, he ain't crashing out because the way who was that? The way who beat him like he stole something? Was that Green? Was that AJ Green that beat him up?
AJ Green, oh yeah. AJ Green went out there slam. Right. And AJ Green ain't just crashing out.
Right.
AJ Green just too cool.
And Jalen took it too. Jalen didn't even try to fight back. Yeah. So we know you did something because that ain't.
No, you had to do something.
You had to do something, right?
You had to do something.
Had to do something. But anyway, let me get one more stopping for that dog because he bugging. Trying to kill that.
Stop it.
But go ahead. I don't know if he thought he was in baseball. You know how baseball you get to play 2 or 3 more games before they come back to the verdict. Yeah, dog. This is not baseball.
It's crazy.
All right, what you got, Mason?
Dude, my stop it is simply those crooks that broke into Shedeur Sanders' home. Man, this guy is out here fighting for his NFL life. The last thing he needs to do, he got to deal with the media. He got to deal with all these dumb people saying all kind of crazy stuff about him and to him. And then this man gets to the house, front door kicked in, jewelry gone. I mean, he probably like, right. Now, if y'all don't want me in Cleveland, just say.
Stop it.
Man, them crooks deserve a big, I mean, of all the people house they could have broke it to, why that guy?
Shedeur, dog.
Y'all know what Shedeur dealing with, man. What? My Garrett got $40 million extra dollars, man. I'm sure his house nicer.
Right, you know right.
Jared Judy got a big deal. I'm pretty sure his house nicer. Why Shedeur?
Right.
Come on, man. But G, when none of them guys on, like, bro, they got this device. Pretty sure they knew they got the whole Cleveland Brown roster. A bunch of folk ain't home. Let's not Mr. And the crooks probably done walked around and did that before. Come on, man. Not anybody but Shedeur. Man, what are we doing, man? Get them folks stop it one more time, man, because that's crazy.
They tripping, dog. They
stop crazy.
Yeah, they bugging, man. They bugging. Yo, let's stick with the NFL. Michael Penix. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out when we talk to Doc. But with Penix, G said that means he got watches when he doing. Right. Yeah, you're right, cuz it is a trend. But Michael Penix, man, that's somebody who won't get robbed because he's gonna be home. Dude, what? Same knee, partially torn.
Yeah.
It got to be devastating news. But the funny thing was, that's how I knew it wasn't all the way torn. It couldn't have been. I didn't believe it towards ACL all the way.
Yeah.
He said he had any knees left, but gee, he was walking around after the game, no crutches. He was walking slow, but he wasn't limping. It wasn't a visible limp.
Yeah.
He was signing autographs still after the game. Like, I'm not saying he faking anything because Ross said he wanted to go back in the game, but
Yeah.
you feel for him, man. I'm like G said, no, does he have any more knees left? Is it? What do you think? I mean, I know we'll find out the logical answer and the real answer from Doc in a few, but what do you? First of all, because we feel for Mike, we do.
Yeah, man.
Do you think this is going to hinder any more careers or any more jobs in Atlanta after this?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because now that we sit back and we think about it, it's just like you had just signed a quarterback to $180 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then you fall in love with a guy that you take eighth who has had multiple knee surgeries. We know this. He stayed healthy for the 2 years of Washington, but he played a different style of play. But the injuries are there. The medical history is there.
Right.
Pretty much now you might as well basically count out pretty much next season.
Right.
Because he got hurt. So he probably had surgery this week. So even though these guys are 6 to 8 months, they kind of recover. But this is like his fifth knee surgery?
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's the other knee, but I mean it's a history there. So now you're sitting there thinking that, okay, so we might not see him for 2 years. You're probably going to have another coaching staff that's going to come in. They may not like Penix. And they may use all of this against him. So now you set the organization back even more. But these are the type things when you're a GM, when I think back now to man, you crack jokes about this, but now that picture of Terry talking to Arthur after this pick was made, see now that picture got a whole other meaning now.
Yeah.
Because now Arthur's like, so y'all should we taking this dude with these injuries at 8? And Terry, yeah, he da. Now Arthur's probably like, man, I ought to kick all y'all.
And the way Arthur was talking, Arthur.
So we doing what? So we doing what?
Mr. Blank's right, because Mr. Blank said they all had to come together and they
right.
But I told you what I thought Terry did. Terry, my guy too. But I told you, y'all Terry was in the bathroom right before the pick. Made Kurt. Terry said, "Yeah, I'll be right back." It was like the second on the third pick. Terry, like, I gotta use the bathroom. Terry went in the bathroom, called his cousins. Hey, I don't care what these men say. I'm picking Penix.
That's why I'm saying that picture got a whole other meaning.
I don't care what these men say. I'm picking Penix, and now it's like, yeah. So I hope not. You don't want that to happen, but probably. Now that this happened, like you said, it might cause jobs or whatever. At this point, what job do you think? Dang, we pushing it out already. But let's just say it rise go. What job is more attractive to you right now? New York or Atlanta?
Right now, probably New York.
Tell me why.
And the only reason I'm going to say New York is one, my franchise quarterback.
Yep.
He just need to learn how to stay out the way. He don't have no knees. He ain't got ACL problems. He just got to learn how to get down and just get out of bounds.
Yeah.
it's just it's New York. You look at the pieces that are kind of in place. It's an organization that has, when done right, it has good structure. You know, you can win in New York when it's done right. Yeah, this Atlanta job, I mean, this is a mess. This is like, I mean, this job kind of make your head hurt because you're always starting over. You have to figure out if you take this job, you got to figure out what you're gonna do with a tight end that you took 4th overall that you can't use. This roster needs a lot of work,
and they don't have a first.
And by the way, that pick, if they continue to slide, the Rams are gonna get at least probably a top 5 pick at the end of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, and by the way, it's a guy that y'all say not meddling, but I keep telling y'all he meddling in Rich McKay. Like, who want to deal with that? So yeah, the New York job definitely is the better job.
With I'll say this. And it's tied to his do-rag too tight because also I'll say this. Wait, let me. Probably thought they had a bridge quarterback and a future quarterback. Now they're back to what exactly? Yeah. Yeah. Rich is still around. G, I don't know how he's still around, but he learned. Look, he be hiding, but he there. But to your point, the Falcons, if they had if it wasn't his ACL, if it was something else, it might be the Falcons. At this point, it would have been a Falcon because you got your star running back, you got a top 5 wide receiver. I don't care what y'all say. Drake is top 5.
No doubt. Ain't no disputing that.
I mean, your tight end is not what we want him to be. But if they sign him, which I don't know if they will, I don't know. But if they do, maybe whoever comes in can put him in right positions.
But Rav, we don't know what he is because they don't even try to game plan for him.
But that's my point. That's why I say if you're a coach, if you're a McCarthy like or whatever, this might look good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your defense, you got a lot of young talent. You got the best safety in the game, probably. You know, the top 2 safety in the game, and you got a young safety, and Watson's looking good every game.
Yeah.
And so both franchises are stacked right now. They're young, they're stacked. I just think that, like you said, the quarterback looks more sure in New York.
Right.
Situation looks more sure in New York than it does in Atlanta. And I think that's the thing that takes you away, whatever. So I don't, you know what, cuz I don't know, man. Hit that dollar sign. I don't know how it works. I ain't lying. Hit the dollar sign and see what it does, though. I don't know. It's a dollar sign right there. I see it. Hit it. I don't know. Just, look, you cash at me, dog. So, but appreciate that, cuz. Also, okay, right now, you got Eagles 8-2.
Yeah.
You got Patriots 9-2. You got the Rams 8-2. You have Seattle 7-3. I ain't gonna put Seattle in there. And you got Denver 8-2. The Bears 7-3. You ain't gotta put them in there either. But right now, who do you think is the best team in the NFL?
So I know this is gonna sound biased. I know this is gonna sound biased, but it's the Rams. It is it's the Rams. Matthew Stafford is playing, out of his mind. Remember back during training camp, we was going, oh man, we worried about his back. Matthew Stafford just didn't want to go to training camp. That was just an OG vet move, man. Yeah, man, coach just tell him about my back every day. That defense, that front 7, just crazy. Like they just really get to this quarterback secondary ball hawking. Who saw Emmanuel Forbes coming in and putting in the work that he's putting in? Like, come on, the Rams can run it. They can. Devontae out here looking young and slim again. You know, like he put on about 15 pounds at Taco Bell in in Las Vegas.
Yeah, nobody
You know,
throwing the ball.
yeah, but what I'm saying, he out here looking like he 175 again. You know, Devontae out here doing work.
Right.
Man, it's the Rams. Like it's the Rams, definitely, without a doubt. It's the Rams.
All right. So I don't think the Patriots. I like the Patriots though. They that young team, like that window is wide open.
They're they got a lot of good stuff going on right now.
They're the Detroit Pistons. They're the Detroit Pistons of the NFL right now. Denver. It's funny because Denver, they're young, so they're going through the slump right now. You know, Bo Nix, you know, which every young quarterback goes through. You know what I'm saying? You go through this little slump during the season. But the fact that they got a defense, they're still in games. It's just something about this Philadelphia Eagles, dog. I'm going to tell you why I still got them. Eagles have beaten the Rams. They've beaten Detroit. They've beaten KC. Well, KC is not one of the good ones now. But every team that's really came up there to play them, they've beaten. They know how to win.
Yeah.
You might say they've been outplayed, but what happens? They win. They win. It might look up, but they have the formula to winning. Sirianni might try to lose the game for him. Like, I don't know why in the world would you go for it on fourth down and it's a minute and something left in your own territory, and they need 10 points.
Yeah,
kick the ball, dummy.
Yeah, well, they doing what they do.
But either or, Philly, and then even though you don't see it with the talent they have, they're still stacked. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta put the Eagles, dog. They hadn't been beat yet, you know, because at one point we were saying maybe before this game, and you put Detroit in that conversation as far as one, you know, if they're the best team. But we were saying Detroit was the best team in the NFL. Was looking like it, you know, where they was beating up on folks, but they couldn't do anything against Philly.
Yeah,
that defense just got getting better and better each week too, man. So everybody can help well.
Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't say the Eagles because the the injuries, but not so much that. This AJ Brown thing is going to come to roost. He not gonna be able to hold it together in true wide receiver fashion. He's not gonna be able to hold it together. At some point in this season, as we get close to the playoff, he's just gonna explode. He just gonna explode. Wide receivers are ticking time bombs, and he looking at the ball go over his head and thrown behind him, and you know it's coming. And he trying to, play the good Samaritan now. But as this thing get to rolling, he gonna blow up. It's all over his face. I know the signs. I know the signs. I know when a wide receiver is on the verge of just having a super crash out meltdown. He close. Yeah, he real close.
Last week pushed him back a little bit. Where it was like, all right, they gave him some. He's like, let me see what y'all do next week. He on that. Let me see. Yeah, he's seeing the limits. You're right, G. Hey, hold on. Let me go back to Cuz. Cuz said,
we done froze up. The internet strikes again, everybody. The internet. Beyonce internet. Beyonce internet is undefeated, everybody. My dude Ralph will probably get back in there. But yeah, AJ Brown, watch it. Not gonna be long. That man is going to crash out majorly. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Why the Ralph internet be acting like that, y'all? I know, man. These balloons right here, y'all. Happy birthday balloons. They're starting to get soft, so I don't never pop them. I just let them just fade into oblivion before I throw them away. I just let them fade. Let them fade. Come on back in there, Ralph. Internet, man. Undefeated. It's undefeated. Crazy.
Got no volume.
What's up, Doc? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, we about to bring Maceo in a second. Okay, here we go. What up, cuz? What up? StreamYard on our end went down. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if my internet went down, whatever. But Mason's about to come in a minute. But Doc, we were just talking about. I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna wait for Mason to come in. I'm gonna ask you. We were talking about the best team in the NFL, and I mentioned the Patriots. I mentioned it was the Patriots, the Eagles, the Rams, Denver Broncos. You want to throw Seattle in there, or even Detroit Lions because they lost to Philly. What do you think is the best team in the NFL?
Yeesh. Man, I think for first time in a long time, it's hard to answer that question. To your point, I'm still gonna lean in the NFC towards the Lions, even though I know again they just lost in Philly in an ugly game. I think they have enough on both sides of the ball where I think they're going to be okay as the season goes on. I don't know if I've seen enough from the Rams in Seattle consistently, even though they're both very good teams. And then the AFC, I think, is just I think it's a crapshoot. You still wonder how good the Bills and the Chiefs really are. I'm still not ready to give up on either of those teams. But I'm also not ready to believe in the Patriots and the Broncos because there's not a lot of impressive wins on the resumes right now. So I don't know if that's an answer for you, but give me Detroit is the short version. And you're frozen. I don't know if people can hear me. Still waiting on Mr. Controversy.
Okay, Doc, I'm sorry. I'm still having.
We're back, I think.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm still having. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with. It's kicking me out. StreamYard is like it doesn't like me. Everything else is working. But anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I heard the end of that, and I can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
And I understand with Detroit. I get that with Detroit and everything. Like I said, it's a good question. Maceo said he said the Rams. So which I'm not mad at that either. I get that as well. But I said it's Philly because Philly has beaten all the good teams. They lost to the Packers, and who was the other team they lost to? I forgot the other team they lost to. But Philly has beaten the Rams. They beat Detroit. So it's like they beating the teams that that you can say are the best teams. That we mentioned.
Yeah, I would argue, and again, I mean, home field advantage is huge. If that game Detroit-Philly was in Detroit, Detroit would have won. But just my 2 cents. I don't think you're right. Philly's won all those games, but I don't think I'm not impressed enough with what I see on both sides of the ball. Their defense is great. I haven't seen enough from the offense where Detroit, I think, is formable enough on both sides of the ball. I haven't seen that consistent, both sides of the ball play from the Eagles. So not saying it's not a good answer. They won't be the champions again, but I'm not buying him right now. That's just me. But
No, I get it. I think the only reason why I say the Eagles, then we can move on with the questions. The only reason I say the Eagles, they just had the formula of winning. And I know it doesn't look good. I know it doesn't smell good. The problem with AJ, you're like, okay, they're not, but he's gonna blow up, as Mace was saying earlier. But it just seems like when we watch everything else, they just find a way to win. And that's the only thing why I don't knock them. The Eagles beat Denver, right? No, did Denver beat Eagles?
Denver beat Philly. That was the other.
Denver beat Philly. And with Denver, Denver, they've beaten some good teams now. We forgot about Indy too. Indy's, and I guess with Indy, we haven't seen, I was about to say Rivers. We haven't seen, what's my man name? I can't think of his name now. The quarterback. God, it slipped my mind. Just slipped my mind that quick.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yeah. Daniel Jones. We haven't seen him have that horrible game yet.
No, he did. He had one. He had 3 picks and 2 fumbles, and they lost.
That's right. Just that one. That's right. Yeah, that one. And we was waiting for it to happen again. And see, that's why I can't put Seattle because I think Mace jinxed them. But we saw it. We talked about it last week, but with Sam Darnold, I would put Seattle in there. But Sam Darnold, that game was so horrible. That was horrible. I've never seen a game, 4 interceptions, and they still had a chance to beat the Rams. So I think Seattle's defense is legit as well. But it's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of good teams out there, man. So I'm excited to see what happens. I don't think New England's there yet. I think they're ahead of schedule. But I think at some point, New England's going to be. We're gonna see New England get there next year. But I really think they're ahead of schedule, and that's credit to Vrabel. So we'll see what happens. Now, I got to talk injuries, and I want to talk injuries quickly. And I guess I shouldn't say quickly because I really want this information with Michael Penix. So it was confirmed that Michael Penix Jr. has a partially torn ACL. My question is, it says they're saying he's going to need surgery. But what does this mean? What does this mean for Penix moving forward? Because this is the same knee, and he torn twice, I believe. So, with it partially torn, is that bad as far as his future? And if he decides to come back and he's able to come back because it's torn, will he be able to be back before the season? Or how is that going? How is that going to make out?
Yeah, I mean, not good. One of the things that certainly I think people had concerns with was how extensive his injury history was coming out of college. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's at least not the knee that he already had 2 ACL surgeries on in college. I think that was his right knee, or that was his left knee, and this is right knee, or vice versa. But I don't think it's the same knee that he's already had 2 surgeries on, but they're saying that he does, even with the partial tear knee.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's good. It's not the 3rd one on the same knee, but now we're to the other knee. So, I mean, they're saying basically it's bad enough that he needs ACL surgery. So that still puts you on at best, 8-month probably timeline, and can vary up to even a full year. So, obviously, the hope would be maybe he's on the earlier end of that spectrum, but certainly that's going to be coming up against it when you're talking about games in September to start the season. He probably won't be going full strength in the summer, and then they're going to have to be very careful working him back in. So he should be ready at some point near the beginning part of the season, assuming there's no setbacks in his rehab. But again, with all the injuries that he's had, I know that you would expect they're going to be very careful. I think it also, this isn't the question, but it really puts their kind of at least immediate plan next year quarterback situation in flux, because I think they were pretty set on releasing Cousins, I think before June 1st or whatever else, to save a good, I think 35 mil or whatever it was going to be. So now if you do that and you have a quarterback that may not be ready for the beginning of the season, now you got to find another plan, at least to have option C, to have a quarterback to start the year next year.
Yes, that's horrible. Yeah, and I just don't know how it's going to look for the GM, taking his chance and everything. And that's and Doc, he was actually walking around. I seen him walking around without he didn't really have a limp, like a noticeable limp after the game. Walking, you could tell he was sad. They said he tried to go back in, but so I wonder if it's the same thing. I don't know if it was Phillip Rivers. I don't know if he tore his MCL or whatever, but I remember it was something where he tore something. It was an L. It was one of them, but he had tore it in the playoff game, and he played through it, and he didn't know. You could see him limping around, but he played through it. So if he would have went to try to play with a partially torn, would he been able to, or because Ross said Ross was trying to get in. Raheem.
Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on the extent of it, you can always try, but I mean, it sounds like he didn't have enough confidence or stability. And I mean, even a partial tear of the ACL means, at least short term, it's not functioning to really give you the thing that stabilizes your knee the most. So no, it's really hard to play with any kind of ACL injury, at least acutely. Even if you walk normal, I got plenty of people that tear their ACLs that sometimes they come in and some people are on crutches and it's super swollen. They can't put any weight on, and other people are just bouncing around and think they just kind of tweaked it. And then you get the scan and they have a torn ACL and you're kind of caught off guard. So sometimes everyone's body responds a little differently depending on the extent of the trauma to tear it in the first place. But
okay, so with Drake, now Drake, I just want to stay with the Falcons. Drake, he has a situation going on with his knee. He had to leave early as well. I think it was right before overtime, and he never came back. And he didn't practice today. What are you seeing with that situation with him? Do you think he'll miss some time, or?
Yeah, I do. I think they're calling it a PCL, which, I mean, good news. I mean, that's the one that crisscrosses with the ACL, but it's a lot less important and it can heal without surgery. I mean, even our elite athletes, most of the time, if it's an isolated PCL injury, the studies show that 95% of the time it does great without surgery. So there's been plenty of other players. Puka Nacua tore his PCL. There's a couple others in the last year or two, and they've all come back, but it's not a day-to-day like they've announced. It's a week-to-week. I would say on average, it's probably at least a month. I guess the fact that they didn't put him on IR, at least that I know of, means that they probably maybe think he could be back in 2 or 3 weeks if everything's going okay. But I would say he's missing at least 2 weeks and maybe up to 4.
Oof. First of all, I feel sorry for Drake and the franchise, but damn, when you think about fantasy owners, he was having a great year so far too. Wow. Let's move to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, they say he's a fracture, whatever. He didn't practice today. He says he wants to play. He's pleading to play. And I saw what the doctors are saying, or not Packers, but Steelers are saying, well, we want to see if he's able to protect it. So we're going to give him a chance to play and see if he's able to protect it. Do you think he can play? Do you think he will play?
Yeah, I mean, I think he can play. It's it's one of those things, no disrespect. I mean, he's so old at this point, and I know it's not like he's going to be around another like 5-6 seasons. So I almost feel like in general, the staff are going to be more aggressive because it's kind of like, well, it's the end of my career, and I'm just trying to max out whatever I've left. At the same time, yeah, he needs to be able to protect himself. I'm sure he would probably be in some kind of like brace that they would manufacture. Obviously, he still needs to be able to receive the ball and feel comfortable catching the ball, at least from the snap. And then obviously when he's going to get tackled, have to feel comfortable being able to kind of land and protect yourself. So I think those are the things that they're going to work through probably the next couple of days. Looks like we lost Mr. Controversy again. I'm sure he's coming back, but I think that'll be what they're working on over the next couple of days to see if he can receive the ball, move comfortably, and take a hit and go down and protect himself. And if he can, then I think he'll be out there. Get some Mr. Controversy. We'll be back. So still stuck with me. I think the last question, I will just start talking now, was Josh Jacobs. If you guys can still hear me, but Josh Jacobs went down with a knee injury, and they're calling it a bone, basically a contusion, which usually means that the same way you can bruise your skin, you can actually bruise the bone, and that's very painful. It causes a lot of swelling. So to be determined on him, just depending on how things go. And then get all the swelling down. If he can move comfortably, I could see him trying to be out there. But obviously, I'd keep a close eye on that if you're his fantasy owner over the next few days and see what they're saying. Sounds like Mr. Controversy is planning to end the show due to his connection issues. So anyone still watching, or if you can hear me, for Mr. Controversy, have a great night. And we will be with you guys next week. Have a good one.
What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-Point Conversion Radio. They got all of it, and they keep it funky. Let's get it.